Okay, y'all, we need to have a talk. So, I wanted to discuss something that is pretty important to me that I didn't even necessarily realize was so important to me until someone tested me the other day. I've been belly dancing for a long time, for like 24 years now, right? And something I've loved about this dance is that you can continue to do it as your body changes, as you age, as I go through different stages in life. I started in my 20s. Since then I have gotten married. I have had a child. I am now 47 and my body is not what it used to be, yet I continue to enjoy this dance. And I never thought twice of it. So many of my role models in the dance are women who have been dancing into their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. And I've always just seen it as a beautiful dance form that you can continue to have in your life that will nurture you as you grow older, that you can always do no matter what, right? But I guess I have now arrived at the point where my age and my presence maybe offends some people. I got this comment the other day on social media, someone asking me if I wasn't a little too old to be doing this. And I thought, to be doing this, like, what do you mean? I thought they meant like my ridiculous social media post. It was probably me just goofing off and being silly, right? And so I was like, oh, what, you mean like doing this, silly thing on Instagram? And they were like, no, to be belly dancing. Right now, for the record, like, I don't particularly care very deeply what like random muggle man thinks of me on Instagram. It doesn't matter. But it was sort of the first ageist comment I had ever gotten. And I was a little taken aback. I was like, who the hell are you? Like, what? And at first it made me angry, right? It made me really angry. I did not respond because I don't think those kinds of comments necessitate a response. But it did get me thinking. And now that I've had the chance to cool off and think a little bit more, I felt like maybe some education needs to be done. As a belly dancer, I feel like a large part of what I do, especially now that I teach, is teaching people the dance form, teaching people the moves, teaching people some of the culture, teaching people to understand a bit about, the Arab world and the dance. And we do a lot of physical work in class. But I feel like as a performer, because I was performed for about 20 years before I pretty much retired during COVID from big, performances at hookah bars and weddings and restaurants and that kind of thing. I felt like a lot of what I did there was education, helping people see what this dance form is and what it is not, right? Both by how I would behave on the stage and the conversations that I would have with people after the show. And so now, while I am educating my students every week in the classroom, both here in Houston and online with my memberships, and so many of my dancers are my age, right, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and loving the dance and thriving in the dance and really rocking the dance, I feel like the mainstream Muggle community doesn't know how this works, right? They haven't had a glimpse into this world of belly dance as a culture, and I mean sort of this worldwide culture, right? As the environment and as the community that we've built, right? So this partially is for those of you doubters out there who feel like, older women, I guess that's me now, right? 47, 50, 60, 70, right? Shouldn't be doing this for whatever reason. And also for you women in, the second half of your life that are thinking, man, I'd love to belly dance, but I don't think I can, right? I don't think I can. I'm too old. I'm not coordinated enough. I'm not thin enough. I am not fit enough, whatever, right? This is a dance that will sustain you through all ages, right? At its heart, it's a folk dance, right? Arab dance, belly dance. This is a folk dance from the Middle East that everybody does. Like the kids do it, mom and dad does it, the grandparents do it, at family parties and that kind of thing. So it's not something like ballet that you're only going to mostly see on the stage, right? I don't think there's an area of the world where people are doing ballet at their family reunions, right? But this dance, Raksharki, like, not the performance version of it, but like, there's a home version of this dance that everybody does, right? That everybody is able to do because it's a dance form that's very gentle on the body. It's very low impact, yet it's very sensual and expressive. It allows you the opportunity to move your body in creative ways that feel good. And it is something that everyone has access to, regardless of age, size, gender identity, background, absolutely everyone has access to. And so for those of you doubters out there, go away. Like, if you don't want to see it, just go away, right? Like, don't prevent someone else from finding their bliss, finding their joy, and sharing it with others because you have an issue with how old they are, right? And I always feel like, bullies like that, I tell my daughter this all the time, when someone is behaving this way, most likely it's because of an insecurity they have with themselves that they're projecting on someone else. So just let it go, right? It's not worth your time. But now for you fabulous people out there who have always wanted to try belly dance but haven't because you're scared that you don't have the physical ability. Maybe you have an issue with your self-confidence or your body image, your, how you feel about your body as it changes. Oh my God, as it changes, right? The last 24 years of my dance, my body is not what it used to be. And I definitely have been known to have to sit in the massage chair and ice my knees after class some days, like yesterday. But it's good, right? It's a good challenge, and I'm learning to work with my body and those changes as they are happening with me and with the dance. So if you're worried about having the physical ability, if you're worried about your body image, I'm here to let you know, when you find the right class, and the people in my class are complete gems, because it's all about this community of acceptance and support. Like I said, I have women from, in their 20s to in their 70s who regularly attend classes in person and online. And we all love on each other and support each other in the best ways, right? And it's pretty magical. So there is no judgment. Let me tell you this. Nobody is watching you in class. Everybody is staring at the instructor, or they're staring at themselves in the mirror wondering if they're doing it right. There's no judgment, right? If you feel like you might not be confident in your movements, that is why you go to class, right? Learning new skills is something we do less and less of as we age. I feel like as young children, like watching my daughter, she's 10 now, watching her grow up, so much of what she experiences every day is new. And it's interesting to see, even at 10 years old, when she experiences something that is a new challenge, because she has lots of things in her pocket now that are easy for her, it's more common for her to be like, oh no, that's hard, I'm not gonna do it. Now imagine, quadruple that age, and how easy is it for us as adults to say, I can't really, that's hard. I'll just stick to the stuff I'm good at. But I feel like that really does a disservice to us and our ability to learn, to grow, to change, and to expand our consciousness as we age, right? To continue to gain new knowledge, to gain mental agility, to gain coordination, to learn more about different cultures, and to just break down those age perception barriers and misunderstandings. I think it's really important for people to see others who look like them in a class, which is why I love when someone will come to one of my student showcases who has always wanted to study, but they're going to support a friend of a friend, or they're just coming out of curiosity. And then they see that woman who's in her 70s on the stage, who's a beginner, and just having the time of her life, obviously not a lifelong dancer, but having a great time. That kind of inspiration drives people into the classroom, and then they realize, oh my gosh, I can do this, right? So I'm a little bit on my soapbox here, and I apologize for that, but I just wanted to respond to this comment that I got, because if there's one person giving me grief for being too old to belly dance, I know there's hundreds of other people out there giving people grief for belly dancing and putting it out there publicly, for being comfortable and confident in their age and in their body. And I'm here to ixnay the naysayers and be like, whatever, go play in your own corner and don't watch me, do something else, right? And then here to encourage those of you who would be put off by that, to say that this dance style is for everyone. It is for every body. It is for every age. It is for every gender. It is something that is a beautiful cultural dance form that we have the privilege to be able to learn and get an insight into. And it's a wonderful way to connect with a new culture. It's a wonderful way to connect with your own body in a very low impact, incredibly safe, very exploratory way. Great way to make new friends of all ages. And so, yeah, that's all I'm here to say, is to encourage those of you who might otherwise wonder whether or not this dance is for you, or even those of you who have loved this dance and are aging and are finding it hard to continue to dance the way you used to, right? that's okay, because life changes, we change, our body changes, our perceptions change, our desires change, and this dance will change with us too. So I want to know, I'm going to get off my soapbox now, but I want to know, number one, have you always wanted to belly dance and haven't because you think you are too fill in the blank, old, big, uncoordinated, I don't know, too not Arab? Like, let me know, right? Or are you a dancer who's been in this a few decades now and are feeling those changes and are understanding that your body is going to have to move in different ways, but you want to keep going and you're finding it sometimes a little frustrating or depressing, like how you have to navigate those changes? Let me know, because I think we're all going through this together. For some reason, I keep getting older. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if anyone's found a way to go the other way around, but I'm getting older. And I am looking forward to continuing to use this dance style in a way that supports my body, my mind. If I was not dancing, I would be in therapy like 5 days a week, y'all. But the dance really helps so much. And so let me know, like, I want to start a conversation because I feel this is something that is not talked about enough, that there is a little bit of shame and stigma around like older dancers, not in the community as much. Once you're in the community, we all like love each other and we think it's amazing. Like, we honor our elders, right? But in the muggle mainstream, and then of course, if you're talking about professional dance, right? Dancing at a restaurant or a nightclub or a party or whatnot, I think there's a lot of ageism there too. And I would love to hear your thoughts so we can support each other, educate others, and inspire those out there who would get into the fold but are afraid to, due to age or coordination or level of ability or fitness. Like, let it go. Like, now is the time. We have but one life to live. What are you going to do with it, right? Let me know. Post below. Let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll continue the conversation. I appreciate you.